Daniel Cormier is joining us. What an honor this is. Daniel, congratulations, my friend.
It's amazing, Ariel. It's amazing. Oh, man, I don't even know how to put it into words. And you know I'm not sure for words, son. You've known me a long time and know that I am long on words. But, man, I don't know how to even explain this.
Well, let's start with this. What happened to the hand? I see you got it wrapped up.
I just hit him as hard as I could. And he's a big, tough guy. You know, it's like when I hit him, I don't know.
Did you split the knuckle or did it swell?
It looks like it's kind of
X-ray.
Yeah, I'm going to get an X-ray tomorrow, but it's kind of like it's a little bit here in the knuckle. So I don't know what it is. As long as it's not here where I broke the bone.
Let's start from the beginning here because there is so much that we have to digest. But I want to start at the beginning. Was the fight going as you expected, or did you adjust as it went on? Was he tougher than you thought? What was happening early on? Because it did seem like he was getting a little bit the better of you.
Yeah, well, I don't just go out there and fight, right? I have to figure out a guy's timing. I have to see how fast he is. I have to see how hard he hits and everything. And so I kind of wait, you know. And then by waiting, he showed me that, you know, he hit hard, but it wasn't anything abnormal. I mean, Rumble Johnson hit his hard. Dan Henderson hit his hard. So just as long as nothing's landing clean. And then also, once I figured out that he wasn't so powerful, I was able to start walking him down. And, you know, once I start walking guys down, they tend to fade a little bit.
You look like you turned it into a bit of a kickboxing match. I think when you rewatch this, you'll agree with me. But one of the most amazing things you did, DC, is you were in range the whole time. The shorter guy, the guy with the shorter arms, we always talk about as analysts. He's got to get inside. And guys use head movement, and guys jab their way in. You just step in. And the whole night, you were within 8 inches to him where you could have wrestled or you could have struck.
Yep.
And that was the one thing that I was observing. Even as Stipe was having his good moments, I was noticing Daniel's in range and he's not backing out of it. Am I seeing this correctly? Is that how you felt?
Yes. I felt like I was always close enough to get my hands on him.
Are you seeing this for the first time?
Yeah, this is my first time
seeing
seeing highlights.
Take us through it, DC.
Then I'm watching him and I'm hitting him with the jab. But right here, you see him kind of charging me. This is where he does a lot of his work. Right here is very important because the first clinch was a uppercut from that clinch. Then the second one, as we're backing out of the clinch, I throw the overhand. My boxing coach, Rosendo Sanchez, has been working on this, right, with me a lot. Working on me coming up the middle and then looping it around the side. But look at him. He's, like, really excited here. And by giving him a little bit of success early, he got a little bit overconfident and put himself in striking range in the dangerous position where I was able to get that big right hand off of him.
DC, when you dropped him, did you know it was the beginning of the end?
I did. Like, I hit him and he fell. But I've seen him hurt before. He was hurt against Alistair Overeem. I just said, take your time. Don't rush and do anything crazy, you know. Kind of passed his legs down to step over and just hit him with a couple punches. It looked just like when Cain fought Lesnar. Cain didn't overextend. He went right into the position where you can get good, hard shots off to get the finish.
All right, you bring up Cain Velasquez, right? We can't help but wonder if there's going to be some drama there. Not to get something going, but let me ask you this. No, I'm not done yet with the question.
Yeah.
How likely, how realistic is Brock Lesnar, Daniel Cormier?
That's realistic. And,
Scale of 1 to 10, throw a number at me.
That's a 10.
Really?
That's a 10. That's a fight that's going to happen because I can, you know, Curtis Blades is a good young heavyweight. Pick Stipe Miocic to beat me tonight, but he'll never share the octagon with me. It's not a big enough fight. I'm only fighting big fights now. It's not going to be fighting guys like Curtis Blades and those young guys. I'm not going to war with these guys for less money and not big enough fights. I want big fights. I'm 39 years old, right?
39 years young.
I am 39 years old. I mean, how many 39-year-olds can go in there and do what I did tonight? You know, it was a great thing. And you know, man, more than anything, you know, I've been dogged by my rival. And it's good to get something completely separate of him. You know, for the ones that say stuff like, your light heavyweight title is not real, it's fake, how do you question the heavyweight championship? I got something completely outside of Jon Jones. And I think for me, that's more important than anything else that I did.
I appreciate that you bring that up because at the top of the show I said I wish there was a camera in Albuquerque, New Mexico on Jon Jones as he watches you do what he set out to do.
Not even set out to do. He wasn't going to do it. He was afraid. He was not going to go up and fight a heavyweight. He said it's one thing to fight a heavyweight, but it's another thing to fight a good heavyweight. And he wasn't going to do it. He wasn't going to go up to heavyweight and fight for this title. He might now because he's beaten me twice, but it's a much different ball game up at heavyweight. If
Daniel, you are bringing him into your moment right now.
No,
You're
no,
bringing him into
he
your
asked me a
moment.
question, but it's fine.
All right.
Like, it's fine.
Well, see, this is the thing about Daniel that I think people love about him is that he is not afraid to show his emotion. It is not uncommon for you to show your emotions in the cage. Exactly 12 months ago, almost to the day, you were in the cage crying. You were crying. You became a meme. You became a gif. People were laughing at you crying. 12 months later, look what you have.
I know.
Are you able to process this?
Not really. It's destiny, right? It's like destiny, man. Like, Chael, you've known me for a long time, and you've seen the ups and you've seen the downs. You saw the Olympics. You saw me lose to Chael Sanderson all those times. You saw me losing MMA to another guy. You saw Gutsalov beat me. You saw the Iranian beat me. I've had a lot of opportunities to do something like this, and I've always fumbled it. And today I finally, maybe all those hiccups were to lead me to this moment right now on the biggest stage I could be, right? Because if I would have won the Olympics, it's wrestling. This is not the platform.
Sure.
They don't get on ESPN. If I'd have won the NCAA championships, I'd have been on TV and then I'd have been gone. But as a UFC double champion, now the biggest platform I've ever had, and I get to enjoy it as a double champ.
Daniel, I want to give you a hug so bad right now because I have known you a long time, and I'm so proud of you. I want to ask you one thing, though, and Ariel, I know you're wondering this too, but 2 weeks ago you came out in an interview and you simply said, I want to fight 2 more times. I'm going to do Stipe, and then I'm going to defend against Brock if things go well. Is that still where you're at?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. You know, and I watched your video. You said DC failed himself. He said he was going to be 235. Mm-hmm. But the reason I stayed up, Chael, was because I was knocking guys down in practice. I was hitting guys, and they were falling with my hands. And I was like, wow, I haven't done this for a long time. So Bob Cook and Rosendo and Javier Mendez said, let's just stay heavy. You're carrying your power. You're fast. You're doing great. They were like, stay where you are. Do not lose any more weight.
There was plenty of compliments in that video for you, too, my friend.
I know there was.
It wasn't just the insult.
Let me tell you one thing. They kind of, you know, your employer, they just put 1 minute clips. They don't put the whole video up there.
Now, DC, I have to ask you, Brock gets into the cage. He pushes you. I mean, it was quite the scene. A, did you know that he was going to be here? And B, were you bothered that he touched you?
You know, when I was, I do sprints before I every fight. So I went out to the loading dock and did my sprints. As I was walking back in, Lesnar was showing up. But I just didn't pay attention to it. I was like, whatever. You know, what's he doing? Watching the fight? I've got bigger business to take care of, Stipe Miocic. But then I do my speech because I saw him sitting there. I was like, Brock Lesnar, get in here. Get in here and show yourself. And then he pushes me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, really? You know, you put your big old hands on me, huh? But, look, he'll pay for that later. I know it looks like WWE because Brock's from fake wrestling. But this is real. He can push me now, but come when we get into the octagon, I'm going to smash this dude. He hates getting punched in the face. I'm going to punch him over and over and over.
Any idea when this fight will happen?
No idea. I don't know yet. He's got to go through USADA. I think that takes 6 months.
Is he even in the pool? Do you know?
I think he started last week.
Okay.
So he's had I guess he came here to pick a fight.
Wow.
Brock Lesnar ain't showing up anywhere unless he's got fighting on his mind.
Hey, I'll tell you what, it didn't look fake to me. You know, I thought you were having some fun in there. I thought, oh, this is cool. Daniel's bringing him into his moment. But when Brock got in there and he pushed you and then he disgraced, 4-letter words to some of the baddest dudes in the world.
He was mad.
He put his hands on a commissioner. He put his hands on your coach. That got real fast.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. And then he leaves. He storms out like he's the man. I'm like, Brock, get out of my octagon. I got some pictures to take. Get out of my octagon, and I want to jump on the top of the octagon.
DC, it was a great line when you said, Brock, push me now, and I'll sleep you later. That was a great line, though, by the way.
Right now, and I'm going to beat his ass later on.